Yeah, all good, all good. Just going for a nice, peaceful walk this evening, and yeah, I was doing a bit of reflecting. I've been sort of asked a question this week on a few occasions by sort of colleagues at work and friends who I think will win the World Cup. And I'd say if I was going to pick one team, I would say France. I think my thoughts are France. Obviously, there's no guarantees any team's going to win. Tournament football can be unpredictable. There's no guarantees. You have a bad game, preparations go well, an injury, a lot of permutations, a lot of things. Could go to penalty shootout or just on the night, just don't click. To be fair, and I don't think there's any sort of standout team. I don't think France are, in my opinion, head and shoulders above everybody else. But I think overall, I'd say they've got the best balance, so to speak. Now, when you look at France, they've got power, they've got pace, they've got athleticism. They've got players, for me, that can stand up and put their hand up in the big moments. They're the sort of team, France, that they don't need to dominate a game for 90 minutes to win the game. They can be even outplayed for long periods of the game, and they've still got that quality to nick a win. That said, if they're sort of fully fit and in form, they're obviously going to take some beating, that's for sure. It's going to be a very, very difficult team to beat if they are in top form and all the players are sort of fully fit. But even if they're not, they've got a lot of players in the squad that can come in. And these sort of tournaments is as much about the squad as the first 11, because obviously you're going to go for a tournament, you're going to get injury, suspensions, and so on and so forth. So I think for me, they've got the technical ability, they've got the quality, athleticism. Overall, I would say that'd be my favourite to win the World Cup, who I think will win. Although I think that Spain can definitely put up a challenge. They're sort of technical. They've got some quality players. England, absolutely. I think they've got the squad depth to go a long way in the tournament. The only question around England for me is that sort of pressure, whether they can produce in the big moments. You could also make a point. Argentina has got the experience of sort of winning major tournaments, so they're not as strong as they were. At least in my opinion, I don't think they're as strong as they were 4 years ago, but I still think they've got enough quality about them to sort of go far in a tournament. Then you've got the likes of Portugal. Brazil is Brazil. You can never, you can never write Brazil off as well. And I think that you've got teams that could go a long way in the tournament. I think Morocco, Norway. I think they can go a long way. I would say my dark horse would probably be Uruguay, with Bielsa as manager. They've got that intensity, they've got that athleticism, they're hard to break down, they've got that South American flair. So yeah, they might not be a favourite, but I think Uruguay can go a long way in the tournament and surprise a few people as well. I think that they can be very difficult to break down, and they quite clinical as well. But all in all, I would say, in my opinion, and you might see it differently, I think France for me are the favourite. I think are the favourites, but not too far behind as Spain, England. I think they're not too far behind as well. And I think you've got obviously the Argentina, Portugal, Brazil, maybe even Germany as well, depending on if their players can stay injury-free as well and then they're in form. But that for me is, I think for me, France are the favourites. And I'd say that not too far behind Spain, because they got that quality as well, and England with the depth as well of the squad too. But it'd be great to hear your take on it as well. It's always good to hear other people. Feel free to sort of share your thoughts, who you think will win the World Cup. But like always, football. That's why football is beautiful. It's unpredictable. Anything can happen. But always great to hear your thoughts as well. But that's my take on it.